All right, we're back on.
Back when it
All
was
right, stop
nothing.
talking. It's the sports show with Woody and Les and
Probably
everyone
when you were
else.
a kid there was one grocery store. up on
Andrew
the hill.
Santino is going to be performing at Comedy Works downtown,
Yes.
Larimer Square. Yes.
Wish you were at the Landmark.
Oh, you like that club
Tonight
better?
at 7:30 and 9:45, and tomorrow night at the same time, 7:30 and 9:45. Did nobody tell you about the dress code here?
They did, and I just disobeyed it completely. I don't ever listen to
We
what
wish
people
we
say.
could dress like that.
Yes,
And
yes.
we want to
Believe me.
mention you have been on every show. You've been a part of every show that is funny.
Ever on Comedy Central.
Period.
Every show
yeah,
ever.
we've done them. I've done them all. Yeah, and then I'm recording my album this weekend for Comedy Central, and I picked the Denver Comedy
Cool.
Works.
Why?
Well, my wife is from here, and every time I come, I love it. It's my favorite club. They asked me where I wanted to do it, and they said, "Do you want to do it in Chicago?" And I didn't at all because my family's there.
He's from Chicago.
Are you?
Yeah, where are you from?
Yeah.
Originally, I'm from downtown, and
Yeah.
then my parents live in the western suburbs now.
Oh,
North side.
Help me out. You-
So Cubs fan, yeah?
yeah.
I grew up a Cubs fan, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Now I
then-
root for the White Sox.
Why? Oh, why?
Steve Stone, who does the games on TV,
Yeah.
very good friend of mine.
Okay.
So I want
switched.
him to be happy.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Get a room.
Yeah.
Guys.
Well, we're in one right now. We might just close these curtains.
And I guess you like that. What's the name of that pizza you like so much?
Malnati's.
Lou Malnati's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right here.
Yes. What, do you not like Lou Malnati's?
Oh, you kidding me?
Our sponsor's Papa John's. Thanks a lot.
Oh.
Love Papa John's
Love Papa
too.
John's
Yeah,
too.
great
Love
delivery
Papa
pizza.
John's.
Yeah.
And
Because
I
of Peyton
really,
Manning.
I really
Did we
want
cover
to talk
ourselves
to you
there?
about, I got to find out. So that has got to be a big moment in your career, just flying off.
Yeah.
You were the host on the Justin Bieber roast.
Yeah.
Really?
It was pretty incredible. It was pretty fun.
That was
fun
about
to
as
do.
edgy as anything I've seen on
Yeah.
Comedy Central.
Yeah, he
How about
deserved
Martha
it.
Stewart?
She was the
My God.
fan favorite. She said some stuff that I don't think she was prepared to say, but I think the writers put out some risque stuff for her, and she went for it.
Was it kind of a Ron Burgundy Anchorman thing? It was in the prompter, so she said it without thinking about it?
Yeah, she didn't care.
Yeah.
She actually said to them, "Write the dirtiest stuff you can write."
Yeah.
And she was like, "I'll
Seriously?
say it."
Yeah.
Yeah, she was into
I
it.
understand she's going back to prison as a result
She
of
is
it.
right now. Yeah, she is. Yeah, everyone loved her. She hooked up with a couple of comedians backstage. I think she.
Cool, threesome?
Yeah, three or four. I think. Yeah, I was taping, so I didn't.
There were a couple of shows you were involved with. My agent, forgive me, my agent represents like everybody on The Office, and so
Yeah,
you
I did an episode of The Office.
You
Yeah,
did
that
an
was
episode
really
of The
fun.
Office, which I remember because I watched all of them, and you were involved with my favorite show, Punked.
Yeah, I did punk too. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great. We
I
had
mean,
such a
you-
fun time. It was dangerous. You don't realize you're still messing with someone's real life.
Yeah.
Like you think, they're celebrities. They don't care, but they definitely care when you ruin something of theirs. Like
What was the who got? Because there used to be a show, and neither one of you are old enough, called "This Is Your Life," and they'd surprise people and
Right.
they'd do their life. and
Edward
they'd-
R. Murrow.
Yeah, no, it was a guy. Never mind, doesn't matter. But they would surprise celebrities, and they'd bring in people and go, "And here's your girlfriend that you had when you got married," and
Right.
that kind of stuff. And was there somebody that really got pissed off?
Yeah, there was a few people that got very pissed off, but the one I think the funniest reaction was the rapper Drake. You know the rapper Drake?
Oh, sure, yeah.
He's such a sweet guy, and he's never lived through an earthquake before because he's from Toronto, and we brought him to LA, and he thought he was meeting with the vice president in the Skirball Center. And we had him in a garage like 4 floors down, and we set off a fake earthquake. We shook the whole building and shook all the cars. I've never seen someone a grown man crying, freaking out. He was holding on to his best friend. He was like, "Protect me, please, please," just bawling. And I was like, "We'll never air this. He'll be so embarrassed." But he was cool. He played along. He loved it.
He signed the waiver, huh?
He signed it away. Yeah.
Yeah.
The most mad we've ever gotten was the season right before me. I was writing, and a guy named Rick Ross. Do you know who that is? He's a rapper. I don't think that's of your ilk, but
No, I know who Rick
okay,
Ross
Rick.
is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Drake's involved in this big dispute right now. It's involving sports
Yes.
with a guy that sounds like a Subway sandwich. Help me out. What's his name?
Jared?
No, Milk Drake.
Meek Mill. It is a good Subway sandwich.
I'd
Go
like
get
a Meek Mill all the way. That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
a Meek Mill. It's with pepperoncinis. It's actually a delicious meal. Rick Ross, I think, got very offended, and he showed up to MTV Studios and demanded the tape back in a very aggressive way that I probably can't talk about on camera. But he did it in such a way that everyone was like, "Yes, you may have the tape," and it never aired because he was not happy.
We're
He brought
hap-
some friends with him.
We're happy to announce that the Rockies have traded Troy Tulowitzki
Tulowitzki,
today,
yeah.
and you were one of the people that we got here.
Yeah, you guys picked me up. Yeah.
Well, speaking
I've
of
been,
that,
I've been hitting the gym, so I think I can turn on one.
he is wearing a Rockies cap.
I am,
And,
yeah.
and you've also is the show still going on Yahoo, the digital
Yeah,
show?
yeah, we are. The
where
show's
you are
still
the
going on.
owner
Yeah.
of an NBA team.
Yes, in Vegas.
That's in Vegas.
Yes, it's actually really fun. It's called Sin City Saints. It's about this. I say it's an amalgamation of like if Mark Cuban and Donald Sterling meshed. That's who this coach is.
That's an ugly
Yeah,
visual.
I mean it's the truth. That's who this guy is. He's out of his mind, and he started a team in Vegas, and I've kind of set myself up for disaster. In the first episode, I hurt our star player, like our LeBron James. So to
Doing
speak.
what?
I run him over with a car. So, because I was high on drugs. You have to see it. It's fantastic.
And it's on Yahoo.
It's on Yahoo.
So,
yeah. If you
so
search-
how do you find it?
If you search Sin City Saints, it'll bring it up. There's something called Yahoo Screen. It's on Apple TV, and all of those smart TV capabilities have it.
Do you get to film it in Vegas?
We did. We shot for 2 months. I lived in Caesar's Palace.
Yes, right here again.
Yes, yeah. No, all my paycheck went right back to Caesar's,
Boy,
unfortunately.
anything more than 2 nights in Vegas. and
That's
you're
true.
a-
It was there for 2 months. It was insane. It was,
that's-
and it's me, Malin Ackerman, Tom Arnold.
Tom Arnold.
Yeah, he's the best.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's best.
whacked when he's not on the strip.
He's hilarious.
Is he whacked even more in Vegas?
You know what? He actually kept to himself a lot. Like he stayed in his room. He would go down to the gym. We'd go to the gym together, and he hated people bugging him. So he got frustrated one day, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna ask if they'll put a treadmill in my room." And I was like, "In your room?" And he's like, "Yeah, they'll probably do it for me." And sure enough, within like 2 hours, they had a treadmill in his room.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I would stay there. I did when I was in New York with ESPN. We did a week out in front of Caesars, and they had those great suites.
Yeah, that's
Did
where
you
we
get-
stayed.
The Rain Man
man,
suites.
in that oblong part.
Yep.
Oh man,
That's
those
where
were
we
great.
stayed.
The TVs coming out of the.
It was
floor and
beautiful.
stuff.
I'm not.
Oh.
It was. They made the experience as good as they could. It was
Oh,
fantastic.
that's-
And we had a bunch of
that's
athletes
great.
on. Rick Fox did it. Baron Davis was kind of our young savior. He retired and opened up a burger joint, and we asked him to come back and
Yeah.
play, and he had a few burgers
yeah.
on him.
He had a few burgers on him when he played.
Well, that's exactly
Yeah.
what. We make the joke on the show, and even the writers. I was like, I'm not going to say Baron Davis is fat.
Are
to his
you
face.
are you writing for the show too?
No. I'm just an actor.
Because I was going to give you a bit. This segment sponsored by John Elway Cadillac. Yeah, you want to have somebody like me give him a bit. Would you stick around for a few more minutes?
Absolutely, I would love to.
Yeah. First time I stayed at Caesars, they had mirrors on the ceiling and round beds, and
Yep.
they still had those rooms.
There's another ugly visual.
And I got, because I got really drunk, and at 2 o'clock in the morning, I woke up screaming because there was a naked fat guy about to jump down on me.
That man, yeah,
So if you ever want a little skit in there about the owners having problems,
staring up. Yeah, I will.
That segment
Forgive
sponsored
me.
by John Elway Cadillac in Park
Yeah,
Meadows,
that's okay.
Colorado's #1 Cadillac dealer.